All right, peace. My art, and just give a peace to all my RBG Nation out there. And once again, I want to give a big congratulations to the Washington Redskins. Yes, yes. Fuck you, Dallas. Oh, hey, we need that division win, man. And the next stop is New York Giants, so we're gonna have to limit. So that should be an easy win. But I just wanted to just say that real quick. And want to give a big shout out to my brother Maurice that's on the panel. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, big brother. Thank you for having me.
Anytime, my brother. Anytime. So my RBG Nation, this topic is definitely going to be a real topic, and I'm going to let people know right now. I'm going to let the people know right now that this is going to be. I'm just going to cut off this TV. Give me 1 second. This topic is going to be very explicit. So, and it's going to be real. And because there's going to be some things, I'm going to address some things that was said, especially about me, about my brother Maurice, Craig, and Lester. And right now, this is what I'm comfortable with the team that I have now. And it's obvious that we cannot, and I just realized we cannot bond with every black people.
That's right.
There's some fake people out there, which I call crabs in a barrel. They do not want to be liberated. Everything that black people try to do, they bash. Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't like that. If my brother, me and Maurice, Craig, and Lester, we try to inspire people, we giving people ideas that works for only African people. I'm not worrying about every other race of people. They're not fighting for me. If they come and they want to help, okay, fine. But it's all about us. At the end of the day, we cater to the whole world. If we are the people of civilization, we gave birth, and even now you got other races of people are still feeding off of Africa, and they're not giving back to the people over there.
That's right.
So if they could be selfish and it's okay, how come we can't be selfish? Why do every time we get something, we got to share it among everybody else? I don't do that. Okay? I don't do that. So I want to make this perfectly clear. We're going to make Africa great again. I am Africa. We do not have to move to Africa to be African people. We control the world. We feed the world. Okay? Because if it wasn't for the phones that we have, the computers, where do you think that they get the minerals from to get all this stuff from? To fuel this technology. They're not getting it from Europe.
Sure not.
So I want the people to know that everything that you're benefiting, whether you white, brown, yellow, whatever race you call yourself, you're benefiting off of my people. I'm just going to let y'all know that. Okay? So, the name of this topic, separating the real from the fake. Now, I'm going to do some screen sharing. Some things is going to be funny, and some things is not going to be funny. Well, I'm going to screen share this one incident. When I was on this panel, I want to give peace to Sarnetta. I want to give peace to brother Ankh. I'm going to give another shout out to Dr. Mayat and my brother Garfield. They allowed me on their panel, And guess what moron decide to get on the bandwagon and got and basically played himself, Mr. Elephant Man. I'm gonna show you what do you do to fake motherfuckers though that do not have a purpose on this planet. Right now, I'm gonna screen share this. Bear with me. All right. I just hope I hope my mouse don't run out of batteries and shit. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Let me do this. Do you see this, Maurice?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just let me know. Let me know if any of you having problems. But
Okay.
Okay. Now this is just let you know, Brother Maurice, that the Elephant Man got 2 accounts.
Mm-hmm.
One account, it says Alquan, but this other account, this is backup account. You see the HC right here?
Uh-huh.
That's his other account.
Mm.
Now, you're going to laugh. I'm going to this is mad funny because none of these guys like him, especially Golfer. He can't stand this dude. But this is what you do to fake motherfuckers who don't have a purpose on this planet. Here we go.
Immigrant value haplogroups that came out of that dust bowl of people amalgamating and mixing cultures. There's no monolithic Jewish haplogroup, Jewish, so-called haplogroup. It's all misnomer. But I do have that information.
DNA in and of itself is a farce. Now, what we need to do, brother, is we need to get to the solutions as
All right, let me just respond to the brother real quickly here.
They cut him off. They cut him off, Maurice. Well, I'm gonna play that shit again. I cracked up. Let me play that one more time. Here we go. This is what we need to do, brother. We need to do. This is what we need to do.
Out of that dust bowl of people amalgamating and mixing cultures. There's no monolithic Jewish haplogroup, Jewish, so-called haplogroup. It's all misnomer. But I do have that information.
DNA in and of itself is a farce. Now, what we need to do, brother, is we need to get to the solutions as
First of all, this is the same asshole that don't believe in science. He said DNA was a farce. So he don't believe in DNA. Which I already proved to him that DNA does work and does have a purpose. So what do these brothers do? These brothers are comedic science people. We are scientists. So you gotta cut out the weeds. And he was a weed, so they cut him off. But it's not over yet. It's not over yet, Maurice. Because now he's been blocked from that account. He's gonna use the other account. Here we go. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Now you see my face, right? I'm right here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Brother Unc was saying that's that marker, that haplogroup marker, J1 and J2 jumps.
Now you see his other account, right?
Right.
Okay, watch this.
J2 pretty much, these are just subclades of a stronger.
If I may, dear brother.
So these are all the students that spin off that bit, but again, there's no monolith.
Well, this is very important, brother. I must say, brother.
I'm gonna cut people off like that.
Yeah, but I'm new. You have to respect new guests, brother. But check this out.
You cannot come in the middle of that person.
I know you're afraid, because you and I had showdowns in the past. You got stopped. I know you're afraid.
Bro, it's rude and ignorant though at the point. Come on, man.
I gotta wait before Sinetta comes back. That's what I gotta get in.
The brother was speaking.
Yeah, man, what's going on? Yeah, exactly, brother. I'm trying to tell.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. The brother was in the middle of the sentence. Gotta let I don't know about.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, finish what you said.
Now, Maurice,
Mm.
now you see how arrogant and how rude this piece of shit is?
Exactly.
Now, it's going to get worse
Oh my God.
because Garfield is going to recognize him, and you and listen what this piece of shit says to Brother Garfield.
Damn, brother.
Now, I'm just adding to that point, again, about that haplogroup, since we were building on the topic, since the brother Lord Albert was asking about that.
African report. Hold on 1 second, brother. Sign that up. Sign that up. Yes. You already kicked him out. You might as well kick him out again. Who is that? Alquan.
You bitch nigga Jamaican.
I'll be all of that. I'll be all of that. I don't want to
You
be
bitch ass Garfield.
I don't want to be
Why you gotta do that, man? Why you gotta do that though? Look,
Now, you see that?
Mm.
You see how you see the reason why we have to get rid of these fake motherfuckers. You see
Mhm.
how this is now he didn't have to go there. He didn't
Exactly.
have to go there. I'm gonna play this again. Because I want people to see how disrespectful these people are. Let me see if I don't want to go too far back. Let me see something. Okay.
Haplogroup marker J1 and J2. J2 pretty much these are just subclades of a stronger.
If I may, dear brother.
So these are all spin-offs that did, but again, there's no
Well,
monolith.
this is very important, brother. I
no,
must
you
say,
can't
brother.
come in and cut people off like that.
Yeah, but I'm new. You have to respect me, yes, brother. But check
No,
this out.
man, you're not coming in the middle of that person.
I know you're afraid, because
it's
you and I
rude,
had showdowns in the past. You got stopped. I know you're afraid.
Bro, it's rude and ignorant though at the point. Come on,
I
man.
gotta wait before Sonetta comes back. That's what I gotta
No,
get in.
you gotta wait till the brother was speaking. Come on.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Yeah, what's happening, brother? I'm trying to tell.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
The brother was in the middle of the sentence.
Gotta let
I don't know about.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, finish what you saying, brother.
Now, I'm just adding to that point, again, about that haplogroup, since we were building on the topic, since the brother Lord Albert was asking about that.
African report. Hold on 1 second, brother. Sign that up. Sign that up. Yes. You already kicked him out. You might as well kick him out again. Who is that? Alquan.
You bitch nigga Jamaican.
Wow.
I don't want to be
You bitch ass Garfield.
I don't want to be
Why you gotta do that, man? Why you gotta do that though? Like, why you gotta be like that's? Hey,
That's what I mean by the intelligence, huh? That's what I mean. See?
look, listen.
Yeah, this is.
You finished, dog. You finished for the day.
Now you see how disgusted the panel was?
Yeah.
All because this fake motherfucker decided he wants to interrupt black people building. We cannot allow these people to come in our reality.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying. If you want to build a strong nation, these are the people you got to cut out. And they did the right thing. And you see, I came there and I'm humble because I love these brothers and I love the sister too. Those are my people. Those are our people. We can have disagreements. I know one time me and Son, I did a video to Sonetta because he was out of line, but I don't have no beef because, Sonetta put my question on board. He put my question, it was a question in there, and he allowed my question to be on there. He very respectfully. Because I was humble because I'm listening to the brothers building and I'm learning. But you see how rudely this piece of shit was. This piece of shit is. Mr. Elephant Man. This is the reason why he don't get no respect. And he make all these commentary videos. Oh, let me get out of here. He make all these little bullshit commentaries bashing other black people. Now, we got that out the way. Okay, you seen this dude before, right?
Yes, sir.
This man, this is another bitch nigga. Look at his faggot ass glasses. And looking like he's from the village. And this motherfucker decide to try to play me. He's talking about Polite's wife. That's one thing you don't know. First of all, this brother's a pedophile. He's gonna lie talking about he said now his story start to change, talking about, well, I was, you know, about the whole pedophilia. He said that, well, I was playing house. What grown man you know going to play house at the age of 13, between the age of 13 and 15 years old, right? But on this video, he talks about Brother Polite's wife. And I'm gonna show you his wives. Let me show you Brother Polite. Those are his wives. Those are, I don't know if you can see it clear, but those are his beautiful African wives. You see it? Maurice?
Yes, sir. I see it.
Okay. Now those are his wives. His beautiful queens right here. Now, this man's going to be disrespectful, and he's going to talk about Brother Polite's, one of Brother Polite's wives. Now, I want you to listen to this bit with this pedophile saying.
Wife's a bitch and his daughter a bitch at one of their lectures. Captain Tazariak called Polite wife a bitch. He called his daughter and his wife a whore and a bitch at one of their lectures. Polite didn't do nothing. He said it dead directly to Polite face.
Now that's true.
Oh, really?
That's true. That's why I don't have respect for Captain Tazariak. Now I don't know about the daughter, but I know he did call his wife a bitch. Now, watch what this piece of shit says, right? Because my thing is like this. If you're a real motherfucker and you want to talk big and bad, you're going to have to show it, right? This clown always acting like he a gangster. Now, he's from the BX. He's from the Bronx. I'm in Brooklyn. I was born in Harlem. Now, I'm old school. You know, right? I'm old school. There's certain things we don't play. Now, this is a pedophile talking shit. Now, watch this. Why's she going to talk about Polite's wife?
And you know what happened? Nothing. And the funny part about it is, I was in the building that day doing security with Muhammad and them from the Zulu Nation, the Zulu Warriors. I was in the building. His wife was running around looking like a scuzz bucket.
You saw that, right? His wife was walking around like a scuzz bucket. You talk about the man's wife. But this is the same dude who got his ass ripped open by another dude. And then you got on camera talking about you molesting children.
Captain Tazariak called her looked like a hoe, disrespected her, and Polite said, "What does this have to do with the debate?" And you know what Sinetta did? He did nothing. He didn't say, "Yo, you out of line. That's our sister."
Let me play that again.
He said it dead directly to Polite face. And you know what happened? Nothing. And the funny part about it is, I was in the building that day doing security with Muhammad and them from the Zulu Nation, the Zulu Warriors. I was in the building. His wife was running around looking like a scuzz bucket. Captain Tazariak called her a slut, said she looked like a hoe.
Now see, you talking about this man's wife. Now, Brother Polite was in New York, I believe. Brother Polite was in New York, I believe, was it Friday? It was yesterday. No, it was Friday. He was in New York yet Friday. Right? And this is Brother Polite. Oh, this is Brother Polite. He's now, according to, I don't know where he's at, but what I've heard, he was in Brooklyn. But Brother Polite saw the video. Brother Polite wanted his address so he could come check him. You don't talk about a man's wife. That's fighting words. This brother Polite was in Brooklyn, and he was trying to get this man's address so he could go to the Bronx and check his fat ass. This is Brother Polite saying, watch.
Keep this live, and I'll pull up on him live. I'll pull up on him live. Facts. Facts.
He blocked me, but I tried to text him before. He blocked me.
Oh, he blocked you.
I guess he think I'm down with the whole thing. You know, I've been trying to make peace. You know me.
I know you down with peace, man. So who got Poppy number? Because he ain't picking up for Sai. Sai just talked to him not too long ago now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and now he stopped picking up since Sai had a text to let him know, hey, I just want to talk to him, probably meet up. Now he ain't picking up no more. Sai had talked to him, and then right after the text, he ain't picking up his phone no more.
Well, you know that.
Come on now. Right? Sinetta literally spoke to him. We got proof Sinetta spoke to him.
But why you put your wife in this for?
I don't know why he got to talk about my wife and child. I ain't talking about.
Now you see that, right? You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Don't talk about a man's wife. You know what I'm saying? Now this man was serious. Polite is a shooter. He used to be a Crip. And you see his man is right there. They about to roll up on this dude. He was looking for this dude's address. Okay?
His wife and child.
Come on, man. It's a waste of time. You bugging, man.
Oh, and for the people that say someone threatened my wife and child, I'm not going on Facebook. Let me explain something to you. I'm looking to make an example. You know how the Islamic terrorists, they seem to put niggas on Facebook when they beheading motherfuckers, right? Ain't nobody say, how come they gotta do this on Facebook? No, because they know why they doing that. So me, I've been wanting to get one of these YouTube motherfuckers for a long time. So guess what? Come on, bitch nigga, come on.
Niggas gotta be made an example.
Somebody
need to keep putting up videos, you feel me? Niggas keep talking shit because nobody had never checked it. You know what I'm saying? You need a motherfucker to go in your fucking mouth. Once a nigga go in your mouth, then you gonna see how real shit is. Putting up shit, threatening niggas, know what I'm saying? Like you about that shit. If you about that shit, get on the phone.
Get on the phone and we just meet. And I'm gonna do it Islamic style since you're a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say
Simon was good, homie.
I'm gonna say Allahu Akbar before we take your fucking head off, nigga. I'm gonna say Allahu Akbar before we take your fucking head off live, nigga. We gonna do it the same way they do it. You wanna be a Muslim? I'm gonna be a fanatical Muslim, nigga. I inshallah today, alhamdulillah today, nigga. I'm gonna say Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. I'm possessed by the Muslim spirit, nigga. I'm gonna have this shit live and do a fucking beheading on you, nigga. Facts. I promise you. You wanna be a gangster Muslim? You wanna know why I'm on Facebook Live, y'all? Because I'm gonna do it just like how they do it. I'm gonna do it just like they do it. And you don't say, oh man, why jihad gotta do it on Facebook Live? So don't ask me, nigga. I'm doing the same way. I'm going in the same way. And guess what? I'm not even upset. Nah, watch this, man. Watch this. What is your driver drinking? He's drinking alkaline water. Come on, stop it, people. Show the bottle.
That's crazy. Yo.
Yo, where's he at, yo? Where's he at, man? Come on, y'all. Somebody, it's almost 1,000 people in this joint. Somebody know where Poppy is, man. Sloppy Poppy, what's up? You want to fight Sloppy Poppy? Yo, if you heard a man say, I touched children because I was touched too, and then when you say, oh really? So Poppy, what age was you when you first started being sexually assaulted and molested? About 15 or 16. So if you was 15 or 16 and you touched children because you was touched, then my nigga, you was at least 15, 16 when you was touching children.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The children he was touching.
So I said he needs help. That's what I said. What the hell is wrong with that? You should know you need help. Everyone can clearly see you unstable, bro. Everyone can see it. Sloppy Poppy.
Well, yeah, I'll see if there's anybody who got his number. I know, but I'll text you if anything, call you back.
Thank you, please. Just text him. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk and see him in person and work it out. And I do it live. I want to work it out live in front of everybody. And if I'm lying, I'm dying, y'all. I ain't asking him about what he said about my family either. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I ain't asking him no questions about what he said. But I'm willing to see him in person. I'm ready to see him act upon the things he said he's gonna do.
Now you see that, right? I'm just gonna give you just to give you a little taste how serious this brother was. You don't talk about a man's wife, you don't talk about his kid. You feel me? And this is what this piece of shit Hassan did. But now, this is what I asked Hassan Poppy. Well, they call him Poppy. Let me. Okay, that was the first video. This was that video. Now you heard it from himself. He wanted his number and they tried to get in contact with him, and he refused to answer the phone. Now I want to show you something. You see this video?
Mm-hmm.
I want to show you this. And just look on the side of the chat line, the chat side, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see me. I just answered a simple question. And watch how disrespectful this piece of shit, this pedophile, this bitch nigga, gonna come out his mouth. He's a fake. Watch this. Just check on the sideline. Okay. Now by me answer that question, I just ruined his whole vibe. Now he's listening to this, he listened to gangster music like he gangster. He ain't gangster. You know what I'm saying? He's not a gangster, he's not a thug because he wear a little, he don't even have a New York cap on. He claim he's from New York, you don't even have a New York cap on. Now watch this. It's coming up. Let me see. I should be up in a few minutes. All right, go. Okay. Now I'm right here. You see me right here?
Yeah, I see.
All right. Could you read that question? Maurice?
I can't read. I can't see what the words are.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it.
Where were you, Brother Polite? Where were you, Hassan, when Brother Polite was looking for you in NYC?
Oh, thank you, Lester. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you, Picard. So, okay. Just to give my brother fast forward. This is the whole purpose to expose this clown is because he decided to threaten. He decided to talk about another man's wife. Polite came to check him, and this man was afraid to come out his house. And my thing is like this: if you're going to talk about a man's wife and talk about his family, be prepared for war. I'm gonna finish playing what he said, and watch what this piece of shit says. I just fuck up his whole vibe right now. Watch. You see in my comment. He's laughing. He's looking at my comment. Now watch this. He's gonna stop the music. I just fucked up his vibe.
There was you had Brother Polite looking for you in New York. I could tell autistic started.
Your mother, your whore ass mother. Keep going.
Slow, dumb,
Your mother, your grandmother. Keep going.
super dumb, stupid dumb,
Your mother, your grandmother, your whole fucking family. Keep going.
your mother dropped you on your head.
Motherfucker, you got raped by a dude. Keep going.
You was on a young school bus. Used to drool on yourself. Like, what kind of stupid ass question is that?
It's not a stupid ass question, fat boy. You threatened a dude came and saw you and you stayed in your house.
I don't even understand people with today's mentality. You see, dude,
Now, just let you know, watch how he's gonna cop a plea. You're gonna talk mad shit in your other video, talk about another man's wife and child, but then when somebody check you, all of a sudden you want to cop. Then all of a sudden this fat piece of shit is going to cop a plea in this video. I just asked a simple question, but then you want to start. He want to start dissing.
outside, instead of him being on 96th Street in Manhattan, he actually in Brooklyn, where he was born at, sitting in the car, making a video. So your dumbass is telling me, if I go outside right now, matter of fact, I think after this live, I might do that. I'm gonna go outside in my own hood, stream a live. Mind you, nigga don't even know he live.
He did say he was live. What do you mean he didn't know? He said he was live. He said he was live. Maurice, didn't you say that you heard him right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, you talking about
huh?
yeah, I heard
You heard him right? He said
he
that's
was
why
live
I'm
on
doing this
Facebook.
live. He's saying that this dumb mother this is reason why he's the reason why he's a moron. He gonna say the dumb he didn't know he was live. He just said he was live.
And go outside while he's live. He's on camera. Telling the FBI, because he knows the FBI is watching. Everybody knows that. Hassan
He said the FBI is watching him. So
Campbell said he's going to kill my wife in case. Where do they find dumb Negroes like you? He's outside in Brooklyn. I'm from the Bronx.
yo, even Polite said, can somebody give me his number or his address so I could come up there? Don't he? Polite was okay. First of all, Polite was in his car. He wasn't walking. He was in his car. It doesn't take him no time to get to Brooklyn, the Bronx in a car. He just asked for his number. He said he just wanted to have a conversation with him since he wants to talk stuff about his family. But no, dude stayed in his house. See, this is the reason why. This is to separate the real from the fake. If you're going to be hard on YouTube and be a tough guy on a computer, then you got to back it up. The man stayed in his house because he was scared. Now he want to get on computer. Now, because I just asked him a simple question. Instead of him saying, look, I was afraid, Polite is a shooter, and I shouldn't open my mouth. Let me go and apologize to dude and keep it brotherly. No. He decided to cop a plea.
You might as well be in Connecticut while I'm in New York. You sound stupid. When people look for each other, I don't think you realize when somebody has the intent to kill another person, they do.
So he knows that Polite was going to kill him. He knows that. You don't talk about a man's family and you think nobody's not going to fucking deal with you? You was out of line, homie. And let me tell you something. Hassan,
Do not go.
let me tell you something, Hassan Campbell. You're a pedophile. And if you ever see me, or if you ever recognize me, you better turn to, because I'm in Brooklyn, dude. If you ever see me, you better keep it going, because if you come in my face talking about you, oh, I recognize you, I'm gonna bust your mouth wide open. You need to be punched in the face for molesting children, dude. You need to be punched in the face for talking about people's wives and children. I don't play that. And then you're gonna talk. You want to get on here talking about you inspire you here to inspire people? Inspire who?
To Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, can I say something?
Well, I just want to get this
my
out.
My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because I'm gonna let y'all. I just want to get this out because this is, and I'm gonna let y'all. Let y'all can take over.
They riding around with a gun and they're gonna kill somebody. That sounds stupid. Super stupid.
So I'm just want to play that part because Homeboy's copping a plea, and it shows you he a fake dude. If you're gonna be real about it, you're gonna have to be a man and say, yo, I said it. You knew this man was live, and if you really meant what you said, then you should have just gave me your number and your address. Maurice had the same issues with Brother Talik. Because dudes like to talk shit and then not realizing that people have no problem, because if you push the wrong button, people's not playing out here. We already in warfare. And then you got niggas like him going to talk about another brother's wife and child. Dudes like that is taking up space on this planet. Hassan Campbell is taking up space on this planet, and he needs to be dealt with. Okay? He's a pedophile. He molested other black people's children when he was in his mid-teens. Okay? And before I go on, I'm going to play you what Brother Polite says earlier.
As he said himself, that he peace and family. I don't like doing these car videos, but I gotta do it because I'm gonna mock these Negroes who gotta do these joints in the car. All right. So there's a pedophile, and I say he's a pedophile because he said himself that he was touching children because he got touched.
Maurice.
Yes.
I know Picard. I don't know if Picard is familiar with Hassan Campbell. I mean, Hassan Campbell. I don't know if Picard is familiar. But Brother Maurice, you seen the video.
Yes, sir.
Of him admitting that he molesting children. You seen that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just want to make that perfectly clear.
Now, during the time he was sexually violated, according to him, he was 15 or 16 years old.
Facts.
This guy's name is Papi or Hassan Campbell.
Facts.
He was 15 or 16 years old, according to him, when he got touched.
That's true.
So, if he was touching children because he got touched, that means he was touching children around 15 or 16 years old.
Facts.
If you caught a 15 or 16-year-old touching children, I don't think we would say, man, he's just a child not in his right mind. We would treat him like a young man that he is.
Yep.
But he would like to refer to himself as a child.
Yep.
So because he said that he was touching children, I said he needs help. That's what I said. He's mad at me apparently for saying he needs help. That is the best thing I can say because other people had some more choice words.
I know I do. But I just want to play that part to let the people know that Hassan Campbell is a certified pedophile. I want to make that perfectly clear. Now, I'm going to move on because I'm tired of looking at this pedophile. And if I ever see him in person, I'm gonna punch him right in his. I'm gonna break his whole shit open. He better not. I better not see me. Like if he see me, Hassan Campbell, you make sure you turn the other. You turn the other cheek, homeboy. You don't look my way or nothing, because I'm a warrior, dude. Now, everybody's familiar with this dude. This is brother. I don't know if I can call him a brother. Talik. Now, I'm going to prove to you that Talik says in his reality, he's cool with having homosexuals, I guess the black ones, you know, the black homosexuals, you know, what pretty much anybody that's he considered oppressed to join in the, I guess, into Mississippi, into his reality of Mississippi, or to join with other black people who's oppressed. And it doesn't matter if, you know, he said he accept crackheads or whatever. Now, we know that the damage what the drugs have done to our to the communities, it turned our communities into neighborhoods. We know the damage that what homosexuality have done to black people, the swirling. We know the damage. And since he is a veteran of the Nation of Islam, my question to him, what have he done to fix that issue? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But then he's want to bring that behavior among black people all over again. This is during the debate, and this is exactly what he said.
Because they're sick. Go to a hospital and the nurse is kind, a competent one. She's kind and she's loving and she smiles. Even if the patient throw up on her, puke on, like what the? She's still nice because the man or the woman or the child is sick. So I don't want to beat up my people. I want to do something that includes all of us. And if you understand, stop dealing with the symptom and deal with the cause of detrimental behavior, then you can understand where I'm coming from. Because just like our brother at Minister of Information, Craig, said, you kill a tree, you kill a weed by dealing with the root. Knocking off the leaves and the branches don't mean nothing. The only thing that's going to happen is going to keep coming back up. So you still have homosexuality, and you have drunkenness, and you have pedophilia, you have all these different things because we're not dealing with the cause, we're not dealing with the root. And this Operation Exodus Mississippi, that's what we want to deal with. In love.
See, there you go. He wants to deal with these type of things that is detrimental to our way of life. He wants to deal with that. Now, he didn't deal with it before. Where was he when all this was going on and still going on to this day? What is he doing anything now? He didn't come with no solution, no plan. He's not doing with it. So now, and he's right. I would say he's 100% right that there's certain black people that we want to deal with. We don't want to deal with all black people. We want to deal with certain black people, only the strong, only the people. We don't want to deal with no crackheads. We don't want to deal with no homosexuality. We don't want to deal with no homosexuals and no swirl. We don't want to deal with that because we know the damage that it done to our people. Now, why do I want to join with somebody who wants to bring this wickedness into our way of life? Now, He's not a doctor. He's not a psychologist. He don't know nothing. So who's these people? Why you want to deal with that? That's not our problem. That's the white man's problem. Give these people back to the white man. Let the white man deal with that. That's their garbage. Just like, who saw that movie? What did y'all saw that movie Django?
Yes, sir.
Now, remember when maybe they caught the brother in the tree?
Yeah.
With the dogs?
Uh-huh.
And what the I forgot, somebody said something. And what did Django said? He said, "That's your nigga."
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm looking at it. That's the white man's nigga. These people has nothing to do with me. Now, of course, he wants to deal with these people. He wants to bring those wickedness into our way of life. And this is the reason why that Talik is not a person that we want around. He's a fake. And I'm sorry to say that, but he's not the type of person that I want around my people that is trying to be liberated. He don't want to be liberated, as you can see.
In love and understanding, being a doctor with the right anesthesia. I'm not out here to hurt nobody. I want what is good for all our people because they all deserve liberation. They all deserve justice, freedom, and equality. All of them. Because they all are descendants of slaves. All of us deserve that. You are not in a position to tell them just because they are homosexual or married to a white woman or a white man or whoever they married to, that they don't deserve that. You're not in that position. In your little clique, you don't represent black folks. You represent your group, your clique. I'm trying to and asking, not telling, I'm asking our people, this is what needs to be done so that we can do better. We can do better. Help in this effort to give ourselves an advantage and give us some power. Your little city, even if you were successful, don't bring.
Now, I just want to play that part real quick. I'm going to move on because this guy is really don't know what the hell he's talking about. This is another video when I was telling you how he was taking shots at our brother Craig about African supremacy. And, you know, this guy has so much self-hate. And, of course, he's talking about pro-black, you know, the hypocrisy of pro-black. And when you start talking about pro-black, that tells me that you're an integrationist. It's obvious that Talik is an integrationist. And if he had an opportunity to be with a white woman, to be with his oppressor, this is the reason why he's in the white man's truck talking shit about black people. But I'm going to play you what this self-hating piece of shit says.
And brother was trying to explain what African supremacy is, and they wanted to know what is pro-black. Let's talk about this, okay? Let's talk about this, and I'm gonna try not to laugh, okay? I mean, because the whole thing is funny. The thing about being a pro-black person is you confused. The thing about a pro-black person is you are intellectually illiterate. You know, you have all this knowledge. This is, have you ever heard the old saying, too smart for your own good? I mean, you can quote books, you can quote DVDs, and talk about science and history, and still look like a damn fool. People think because they know some science or they know some history or whatever, they think they really believe that's showing that they are smart. Not always. It's according to how you apply things. Now look, let's deal with African supremacy, okay? 2 words.
Now he knows Brother Craig has a radio station called African Supremacy TV. Now, why is this man's making fun of Craig if he's saying that he believes in African supremacy?
African supremacy. Supremacy, y'all. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Supremacy, because this is basic English. Supremacy is the noun. African is the adjective. An adjective is something that describes the noun. The noun being a person, place, or thing. My English is bad, so correct me if I'm wrong. Now, African. What is African? Well, African, really don't know what the hell is African. Okay, well, I guess that makes reference to a continent. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Africa is a continent. It's not a people. It's not a people. I hear you, son. Son in the Capricorn. Okay, Africa is not a people. Africa is a continent. And you're saying African supremacy. So supremacy, I'm not going to look the word up. When we talk about supremacy, we mean being better or greater than something else or whatever. It's supreme. That's the definition we're going to use. Okay? So what you're basically saying in these two words, you're saying that Africa is supreme. So if Africa, the continent, is supreme, that means the other continents, Europe, Asia, Antarctica, South and Central, South and North America, whatever, the other continents are inferior to Africa. And that's the way a lot of pro-black people look. Africa is greatest. It's the home where human beings was born and all these different things and blah, blah, blah. So you're saying that Africa is supreme. But at the same time, you're contradicting yourself because you're saying that I'm not saying that I'm supreme. I just want equal justice. Equality is see, that's what a confusion. I just want to be equal and treated right like everybody else. But you're saying that you're supreme. There's contradictions, y'all. Because if you're saying or making a claim to be supreme, that means somebody is an inferior. And in this case, you're saying that the dark-skinned people are superior to anybody else on this planet. In other words, the only thing you're doing is being a racist wannabe.
Wow. I want people to hear exactly what he said. And to me, that was a shot to our brother Craig. I don't see nothing wrong with being better than other races. I mean, history proves that. We was robbed of knowledge of self. I don't understand that. We was robbed of knowledge of self. I'm not trying. I don't want to be like, look, I want to be liberated. I don't want to be like everybody else. I know I'm better than everybody else. I know that. Why is it, if that's the case, then why is China over there getting the best of Africa, getting the resources? Why is Europe is going over there to Africa? Africa's not going over there. There's no black people trying to take resources in these other continents, because these other continents don't have nothing. Africa got the oil, the gold, the diamonds, and all types of other minerals. So yes, Africa is better. But of course, Talik has an integration mind, and this is how he thinks. Okay? So I hope my brother Craig get to see how this man called Brother Craig a racist wannabe. First of all, black people cannot be racist. That's number one. Okay? So I don't know what he got. He got to define what is racist, what is racism. He has to define that. Because black people are out here not hurting white people. We're not lynching white people. We're not passing laws against white people. Actually, we never did that. We never did that. Okay? So I don't know where he get that from. Now, this is another video where he admits that he likes beef. He likes that. He said he gets off and he gets aroused of conflict.
And all this other garbage that is no good for nobody. So the debate turns into a confrontation, and the confrontation is the usual beefing that we see on social media day in and day out. I apologize because, like so many of us, I have fault. And one of my faults is I like that type of action.
There you go. He said he likes that type of action. But then he gets on there talking about, he gives a sob story or he's crying talking about how I made 2 diss videos and he should have got off the panel and yada yada yada. But he said he likes that type of action. He's enjoy, first he was crying, talking about how Maurice talked about his mother and all this other stuff. But then he said he likes that action. He likes it. So I'm confused. So Maurice, are you confused?
That goddamn great ape is a goddamn scary cat. That's the bottom line for him. That nigga be running, hollering for the moderator. Moderator! You better shut the hell up.
But all right. And lastly, and I'm gonna let y'all guys go on. I'm gonna say this, but this is my last thing. I want to let me throw this out. You remember the boy who was accused of groping a white lady? You remember the story?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna play it because the reason I'm gonna play this video, and right after I play it, I'm gonna let y'all take over. Because the boy said he did not forgive this white bitch that accused him. Now everybody know what happened to Emmett Till. Everybody know what happened to Emmett Till when he was falsely accused. And now, as you can see it, history is repeating itself. And now you have black people, especially this boy's mother, forcing this young child to submit to white supremacy. All right? And I want you to listen to this. Look at the video and look what the boy, how he hesitated. Like you could tell he did not want to admit, he did not want to say that he forgive this white bitch. But you have the mother who was a coward because she's a slave, just like Talik, just like the Elephant Man, which is Elquan, and just like that bitch nigga, the pedophile, Hassan. And I'm going to play this, and I want y'all to take a good look at this. And this is very scary because this is where basically a slam dunk of my argument.
And her 9-year-old son, who was wrongfully accused of groping a woman in that corner store Carolyn case in New York City. Now they're telling their side of the story. ABC's Lindsay Davis sat down with them and has that for us. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Michael. For several months now, many have chuckled at the nicknames created by social media like Coupon Carl or Barbecue Becky, monikers for the white people who erroneously call 911 on black people who aren't guilty of breaking any laws. But last night I sat down with 9-year-old Jeremiah Harvey, and it stopped being funny.
It's still hard because I have this lately on my mind. Like I can't think nothing more but this.
The little boy at the center of the viral video dubbed Cornerstone Carolyn is now sharing just how deeply this moment has impacted him.
Sexually assaulted my
9-year-old Jeremiah Harvey was in a Brooklyn convenience store with his mother and little sister last week when Teresa Klein accused him of sexual assault.
That's right.
She then called police. Did you have any idea why the woman said she was going to call the police? A review of surveillance video proved that Jeremiah had not assaulted the woman. His backpack accidentally grazed her.
I felt humiliated.
She falsely accused you of something. Jeremiah says that night he cried out of fear that he or his mother would be taken away by police. Are you concerned that this has permanently scarred Jeremiah?
Yes, I certainly am. It was devastating for him because even after walking away, he was pointing to, patrol cars on Flatbush Avenue and saying, "Mommy, are they here to take you away from us?"
And now, more than a week later, Jeremiah still visibly traumatized by the incident.
To be having a conversation with your son about sexual assault at the age of 9, I never thought I would be having this conversation with my son at all.
A little while ago, while Mom was talking, you started tearing up. Can you tell us why?
I started to tear up. She had to sit down, explain to me while I was going to bed.
That fear that was placed in your heart, Jeremiah, is going to be placed for something great. You're going to be an example for other children, Jeremiah. Do you hear me?
As for Klein, after watching the surveillance video, she did issue an apology to Jeremiah.
Young man, I don't know your name, but I'm sorry.
Wow.
Apology. I want unity. I don't want no harm to this lady.
Do you accept your apology?
Yes. Yes, I do. Friendship is the key.
Hey, Mom, how are you feeling right now?
That this is going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of healing.
Certainly will. Jeremiah initially said that he did not forgive Teresa Klein. As you can see from our conversation, he has since had a change of heart. He and his mother are hoping that this is going to be a lesson for people, that people are going to...
Now, see, she said initially he did not want to forgive her, that white racist piece of shit. But of course, he was forced into forgiving her. This is the typical white supremacy tactic that they're using on us now. And that mother should get her ass whipped because she's raising her son to be a coward, to be a feminist coward. And this is the reason why you don't have young warriors today, because these mothers out here are not raising these sons to be men. And I don't have no respect for her. Now, this is the reason why we have to separate ourselves between these fake Negroes, these sellout crabs in a barrel, from real soldiers, real African soldiers. Now, I'm going to give y'all guys the mic. Maurice, Maurice, I'll give you the mic first, and then Bakari.
Thank you, big brother. That was a very good demonstration. I learned some things there that I definitely did not know. One thing, when you showed me, well, prior to that, I had a conversation with Hassan Campbell. He was doing a video about Minister Farrakhan, and he was saying fuck Farrakhan, and Farrakhan owed me an apology. And he was doing it, and during his live, he had a number where you could call him, and if you wanted to speak to him, you could speak to him. So I called in and I questioned him about, the things that he's saying about Minister Farrakhan. And he sat there, he listened. I told him he was wrong to say that Minister Farrakhan owes him an apology. I said, Minister don't owe you no apology. The minister wasn't there. He didn't see you get raped or see anything happen to you. Only thing he know, if he know anything, is what you saying. And Bambaataa, as far as I know, has came out and said he didn't do it. So it's your word versus his word. Okay. So since it's your word versus his word, both of y'all word cancel out each other. So I can't say Bambaataa is a child molester. I can't say that. Minister Farrakhan can't say that because there is no evidence. I said, if you're going to hold Minister Farrakhan guilty because he didn't condemn Bambaataa, I said, but who is more guilty? Is it the man who don't have any evidence, or is it the man who says Bambaataa molested me and you didn't kill him? So he's out here continuing molesting people, molesting children. So who's more guilty? Is it Farrakhan or is it you? Because as far as I can see, you're the one that's saying that he did it, and you're the one that believed he did it, and you know that the penalty for such is death. So my question to you is, why isn't he dead? Why you didn't go and kill him? Because you hold more responsibility than Minister Farrakhan. And Hassan was very quiet. He didn't open his damn mouth. Then I said to Hassan, I said, you have my number. I said, I'm a man. I'll go with you to see Bambaataa. And if you state your case and you prove your case, and shit go down, I said, I'll fight right there with you. I said, I'll fight right there with you. Since this is what you're saying, now you call me when you want to go do that and we can go handle the business. I still have never received a phone call. I haven't received. If he'd have called me, I'd have went with him to go see Bambaataa. Evidently, he don't want to go see Bambaataa. Evidently, he don't want to have that conversation with Bambaataa. So after you showed me the video of him admitting that he touched children, again, I went after him because he needs to explain what I just heard him say in the video. So he was on the live. This time he didn't give out his number, and I kept calling that number that he gave out last time and it wasn't working. So I got in the little chat box, and this is on his video as well. And I asked him the question, what age were you when you molested children? And he said like 10 or 11. Then I think I asked the question, what age was you when you got molested? And I believe he said 13, but I also believe he said that he was molested by somebody else first or something like that. So he gave the answers that he gave, the bottom line, I walked away more confused than I was before I asked the question. So I had to leave it alone because he's double talking. He's not giving clear, concise answers. So I had to leave it alone. Campbell is not he needs help. That's for sure. He definitely needs help. He has some issues. Now with him and Polite, from my understanding, I think you said that, and I remember watching some part of a video, but they was just talking about it. They didn't actually show it, where Polite was debating the Hebrew Israelite guy. And like you said, he called his wife a bitch, but he said it to dude's face. From my understanding, he said it to his face. I didn't see him and no boys jump on, oh boy. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I didn't see the debate, but I didn't hear that either. From what I heard, Polite squashed it so they wouldn't battle each other, so they wouldn't fight each other. That's from what I'm understanding they did. Polite said, let's make peace, and they made peace so they couldn't fight, so both sides won't be killing each other, which is a good thing. That's an honorable move. But then when it comes to Hassan, what I don't respect is you go look for him, which is good, you're right, but you come with somebody else and you say y'all gonna kill it or y'all gonna deal with it. No, you should deal with it, not the other dude. The other dude should only be there just in case Hassan got somebody in the house that he gonna run out, so you make it even. That's it. You know, I don't personally, I don't have high respect for Polite because I know he's a con artist and I know that he's ripped people off. And I have a problem with that. I have a problem with those in the conscious community that have allowed people to get ripped off by these con artists. So, you know, to me, Polite is not a reputable man. And to me, his ass is guilty. He's guilty from all these people because I had him on, he came on my network when Brother Jess had a program and he interviewed him on my network and I okayed it. And I didn't know who this nigga was before I gave the okay. And then after it, and I found out who this dude was, and I'm looking at all these cases of people charging this dude with fraud, and he's running around. Now I got to go out and apologize because I didn't bring him, but Brother Jess brung him, and I allowed him to go on the network. And so our people who listen thought that he was a reputable guy, and I didn't know that. So I don't like Polite. He's just in the same boat as the rest of the crooks. But I don't respect that he went after Campbell like that over his wife. If he wanted some respect, he should have went there as a man by himself, or at least told dude, you just got my back just in case somebody else run out. But me and Hassan will handle this like men. I don't have respect for that because to me, you're going to do this to him, but are you going to do that to the police? You know, and to me, that's my main thing. See, because I'll go out and I will fuck up a police. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about that. Because when they had my son and my nephew, God damn it, I went out there with the expectation of we going to war. Straight up. And we were outnumbered. And if it wasn't for my son and my nephew saying everything cool, Pop, go back in the house, it went right down right then and there. Right then and there. See, I don't play. I don't play. I don't say shit that I don't mean. When I told Talik, give me your address and I'll be at your house, I meant that. If that nigga would have gave me his address, I'd have been knocking on his door. But that's me. That's how I roll. I don't play games.
Well, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's just that some people handle situation different. You know what I mean? Now I know Polite look like he might not know how to fight. You know, I know he have gotten locked up for it was said that he shot somebody. I don't know. He looks more like a shooter because he said he was a former Crip, or I don't know what the situation was. But I think the point I'm trying to make when I showed that part was that you don't get on YouTube and talk about people's family. You don't know how people going to handle that. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. Now, right now, I'm not taking up for Polite. I think Polite. A lot of things I disagree with Polite doing. I'm not. You know, that's not what I want to. You know, that's not really my focus on. I mean, I know that he does some shady shit. I trust me, I know all of that. But I think with the Hassan thing, knowing that he's a pedophile, you're going to talk about another man's wife and child. You don't know how people are going to handle that. Not everybody is a fighter. Sometimes you might need your man to do the dirty work. Sometimes you might do that. Now, like I said, with me personally, I don't need somebody to do, I'm not into all that. I'm not into, yo, you gotta, fight for me. I'm not into that. Some people do that. I grew up in that situation like that. So my whole purpose is that the dude did not come out his house. You talk big and bad on the internet, and when somebody's in your town looking for you, you got to be ready. I don't care if you got to bring your artillery with you, if you got a gun or whatever how you going to handle that, you handle that. Well, what I'm saying, you got these conscious thugs. They say they conscious, but they talk big and bad like that fat piece of shit. Only thing I did was answer the question. Because you talk about a man's family. I don't know how I'm going to have somebody talk about my family. I might have to get my boys too. And we're going to handle that. Because I don't know what he got in his house. You feel me? So, that's how I look at it. I have to look at the world different. I'm not going to, not everybody got to go somewhere dolo like that. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what this man, we don't know what type of artillery this man got in his house. So yeah, he might bring his man with him just in case. Who knows? I think the point I'm just trying to make is your man was popping shit, talk about the man's wife. Polite heard about it and went to see him. The man stayed in his house. I just asked the question and the man's cursing me out. But this is supposed to be a man that's supposed to be inspiring people. He's another conscious thug. And just answer the question. He didn't have to say all that. He didn't have to call me out my name and all this other stuff. So, if anything, he looks like a coward, not polite. At the end of the day, that's how I look at it. Polite went and said, yo, give me his number. All I want to do is just see him. Polite never said, yo, we're going to jump him. I never heard him say that. I never heard him say, yo, we're going to jump him. We're going to stomp him out. He said, according to what huh?
He did say in that clip that you played, he said that they were going to deal with him. I don't know the actual words, but he did. He said that I was listening to make sure that, my commentary will be on point, because he could have been looking for him just to talk. But when he was saying it, and that's why he on Facebook Live and all that, no, he was coming looking for him to do the dude some damage. It wasn't people talking.
Right. That's true. That's true. I already knew that. I already knew that. But I think, like I said, I think the point I'm just trying to make is that when you talk about people's family, that's war. That's warfare, plain and simple. And to me, there's no rules in war. You know what I'm saying? So it was up to Hassan to protect himself with any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying I don't that's the reason why I don't talk about people's family. I don't talk about people's family. I try not to. And if I do talk about people's family, you best believe this is something I would have to expect. If I talk about anybody's family, I have to be prepared for war, because I don't know what you might do or who you're going to bring. I got to be prepared for that. And that's something that he should have done.
Thinking about it, really, and I understand the point you're making, and it's a logical point. So I'm not disagreeing with that. But I'm looking at it as we as Black men, right? And he made peace with the Hebrew Israelite dude when he said it to his face, and he wanted to make peace. The Hebrew Israelite dude didn't offer the peace, he did. So we have to ask ourselves, why did he do it? One, and I think the only reason would be is that he was afraid that them Hebrew Israelites dudes would have beat the shit out of them. And I kind of agree that they would have, versus Hassan, who rolls, of course, by himself, and everybody could look, even though he's a big dude, but you can look at him and size him up that he ain't a fighter.
Right.
He's not a fighter. You know, I know he's been to jail. I don't know what the hell he been to jail for. You know, maybe he's a shooter. I don't know, but he damn sure ain't no fighter. I can look at him and tell him that. And it just seems to me that and I don't want nobody to think that I'm saying Hassan was right for calling out Polite's wife, because I'm not. He was 100% wrong. He should have never done that. That's just, there's limits that you don't exceed, and he exceeded the limits, you know. But I'm just saying for Polite, because I see wrong on both sides.
Oh, that's true. I agree.
I see wrong on both sides, so I can't give either a full pass because both of them fucked up.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
Yeah, and so that's how I'm looking at it. You know,
and I just want to make one more thing, real quick. It just shows you how much Hassan is a I guess a prankster, because he had beef with Sarnetta, and he came to Harlem, and guess what time and day he came to Harlem to look for Sarnetta? He came in Harlem early in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and he's doing a live video talking about Sarnetta, where you at? Now he did the same thing. He did the same. Now Sarnetta is in his 50s. First of all, who the fuck gonna be out there 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday? People are still sleeping or they're in church, one or the other. So he's looking like a jackass, and people is ragging on him, talking about yo dude, who gonna be out there fucking 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday? You know what time Sarnetta be out there. And he's gonna be like, yo, Sarnetta, where you at? I'm in Harlem, where you at? So again, he owns that clown shit. But this is what I'm saying. He's fake. He's fake. Yeah. He hasn't shown anything to inspire nobody. He's tried to mix what I don't like about motherfuckers like that. He tried to mix positivity with negativity. You want to act like you're a thug. You want to act like you're a street dude. You start up beef, talking about people's wives and children.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, nothing. No, my mic had messed up. That's the only reason I said that. My mic was messed up. So I was just wondering if you could hear me. Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to get to you next. Just be patient. So that's the only thing I want to say is that, Maurice, that you got these guys, that these fake people that are not consistent. They say one thing and do another. I'm not with that. I'm about consistency. Even when it comes down to negativity, you got to be consistent. If you're going to do something to somebody, you do it. If you don't talk shit unless you're ready for war. That's just me. That's all I'm saying. Now, to me, like I said, I will never talk about people's wives and none of that stuff, because I know what that stuff brings.
Exactly.
So I'm not getting into all that unless I know I'm ready. If I got my artillery ready, that's what I'm going to start saying whatever I got to do to bring you out. But other than that, I'm not into all that. So he's a fake. He's the one who had somebody somebody cracked his ass open, and now he's mad. He got a lot of anger issues. I get it, but don't get on YouTube and run your goddamn mouth and get mad at me because I just asked a simple question. You know, but what about the other clowns what do you think about Talik and the slick dissing about Craig and African supremacy and all that stuff?
Well, you know, Talik is Talik. He has a mental problem. You know, he has serious mental issues. And, you know, it took Brother Bakari to keep saying it in order for me to take it in my mind and run with it. Because, you know, my thing was, I don't give a damn how much time he spend in the crazy house. I'm gonna whoop his ass. But you know, Brother Bakari, he got to me. You know, he kept saying it. You know, dude spend time in the crazy house. He really spent time in the crazy house. You know, and then so when my rational mind came back to me, you know. So it's easier now for me to overlook him because A, he's not on my level. That's obvious. And since he's not on my level, there's nothing that he can do to stop what I'm doing. Nothing. He'll just sit by the wayside and watch as we build, and he'll be sorry, thinking, oh, I could not have been a part of that. And, you know, his attack that he did on Craig was expected. I mean, he attacked me, he attacked you, he attacked Craig, he attacked Brother Bakari. This is what he does. Mm-hmm. You know, so there's nothing from this fool that is legitimate. You know, nothing about him is legitimate. He's a crazy idiot. And so I expect him to do what crazy idiots do. Alquan, this is, I was shocked when you showed me that. It was like this nigga is thirsty to be a part of something. And it's like, God damn, nigga, are you serious? Oh, who does this shit? Who does this? I could not believe what I was watching. I could not believe that shit. So it was like, damn. You know, I kind of had more respect for him until I saw that shit. Now I just ain't got no respect for him because he's a thirsty nigga trying to get into wherever he can get instead of being a man and standing on your own shit.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
It's just like, God damn. That's what I put out of him. I thought he was more self-respect than that, but he showed me tonight, or you showed me, that nigga ain't got no self-respect.
And he did a video called Moving Forward. He said, oh, you know what? I'm going to just move forward and leave these people alone. But it seemed like to me, he's just a YouTube hoe. I mean, that's what it is. He loved that Pan-African dick. That's what it is. He's a YouTube hoe. He's a YouTube male hoe. And that's what it is. He don't like Pan-Africanism, but he damn sure like to be on that panel. And one of his solutions to liberate black people is black people get educated and leave the drugs and weed, leave the drugs and alcohol alone. That's his solution to liberate black folks. Now, I don't know what the solution is. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm for education and I'm for it, but that's not going to liberate black people. And just to get back on to Talik, you know, Craig made him. You know, Craig made him. And for him to ridicule African supremacy like that's a joke, you know, that's, you know, he talked just like an integrationist. Now, of course, he has his little minions, he had the slow doofy dude with him and fake Sister Soldier with him. Now he think he got a crew going. You know, and my thing is like this. I don't give a fuck about his minions, but he got to know who made him. Because you've been doing videos for almost 11 years and you still don't got your numbers up. Something's terribly wrong. As soon as we gave him some clout, now all of a sudden his head has got big and all of a sudden he don't need us no more. Now all of a sudden he became an integration, but he's saying that his integration thing is going to liberate black people. So he's going to include the homosexual. And as you heard, and that's what he says. He said, oh, we're just going to include them because they're black people. But he was right one thing. We only going to accept certain black people. He's right about that. That's and for the past few videos, that's the only thing I agreed on. He's absolutely right. So, Brother Bakari.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh,
What's your thoughts, brother? What's your thoughts about?
I'm going to start. I'm going to start from the end, from what I saw when you showed the black lady making her son apologize, right? I remembered this case. It took me back. Do you know the kissing case? You ever heard of the kissing case?
No, I haven't heard about that.
Look up you can just Google it. Look up the kissing case. These two little black boys was 9 and 7 back in 9 years old and 7-year-old brothers. They was out playing with some little white kids in North Carolina.
I heard about that.
In
Yes.
1951, the
I
little
heard
white
about
girl.
that. My mother was telling me about that. Yes.
The little white girl kissed them on the cheek, went home and said something to their parents, and they went to jail for about 5 months for molestation and rape.
Mm-hmm. I heard about that. Yeah.
You know, I haven't heard them say they forgive. I don't know. We don't understand. See, I like to say it's good to know history. It's better to learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no need to know history if you're not going to learn anything from history.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's starting to repeat itself. Now, I heard Brother Talik saying one time he was in that nut house for 10 years. I didn't know he was talking about the crazy house for real. You know, but I really don't pay that any attention because he took shots at Craig. But the first person he took shots at on that video was me. History. And you're talking about science, and you're talking about DNA. He did that video about 2 days after me, him, and Craig had a conversation.
Oh, shoot.
What happened?
I don't know. Something happened. I'm just listening. Next, he just went off. I guess he'll come back on. Oh yeah, Maurice, what do you thought about the last video about the kid? Like, I didn't hear you.
Boy, look here. Bro. Okay, your brother's back now. I go after him.
Okay, good. All right, cool.
You there?
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, I don't know what's up with my internet tonight, man. It's called Xfinity, and it's messed up a lot. But yeah, but he was taking a shot at me. And you know what? I just got to the point, where I say, I'm cool with that. I ain't gonna argue. I'm not arguing with him. Because in all honesty, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he say some things that can make sense if he knew how to explain it better.
Right.
And he can't explain it any better because he want to argue. And he got to be argumentative. He have to be disagreeing because I just heard him say he liked the arguing. He liked the beef.
Mm-hmm.
And now when he came on with and Sister Soldier, oh my God, she's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
She's absolutely crazy. Now I don't have any problems with Brother Talib. I don't have any problems with him. As far as I know, he ain't got none with me. But I do know he gonna rock with Talik, and I'm cool with that too. Now that polite Hassan Campbell thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody know that dude Hassan Campbell is fake. He went to jail. He bragged on going to jail for killing some black people.
Mm-hmm.
He killed a couple black people. That's what he went to jail for.
Yep.
And he brags on that, and he think when he said he scares you. I also heard him in some video talking about get your 12-year-old daughter and such son and give me the Vaseline and I'll lay heavy dick in them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you know what? I don't even pay those guys no attention. I don't even, you did better than me. You listen to his video. Man, I can't listen to that nonsense. Because Polite is not the only person wifey has talked about. Remember what he said about Sonetta when he wished death on Sonetta wife?
Yep.
On his wife and his daughters. He wished death.
See?
Like, man, I don't, those are the type of people I don't want to be around. You understand? Mm-hmm. Those are the type of black people I really don't want to be around. And like for me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't follow the alphabet crew. The L, I can't even think of all the letters. I just call them the alphabet crew. But I will say again, the best employee I ever had work for me was a lesbian woman. She was loyal. She was at work all the time, and she did her work. I'm gonna be honest. And I don't support their lifestyle. I'm not part of that crew. But I would rather deal with one of them than somebody like Hassan Campbell. And that's just the honest damn truth, man. And I'm just being honest. Man, listen, look at this dude. Listen how this dude speak. I don't want to be around nobody wishing death on my wife.
Yeah.
Wishing death on my kids. I don't want to talk to nobody like that at all. Now the question is, how are we going to separate ourselves? Like you say, is the real and the fake? Now we're going to have to be able to separate ourselves from people like that. We're going to have to be able to separate ourselves from people like Hassan Campbell. We're going to have to be able to separate ourselves from the scammers, people like, they say like Brother Polite and Ali Muhammad, you know? We're going to have to be able to separate ourselves from degenerates like Hassan Campbell, and then from the scammers. And I know everybody know who oh man, what the guy named in China when he took over the country, who gave everybody a certain amount of time to get themselves together. What's his name, Maurice?
Mao Zedong.
Yeah, Mao Zedong. What was the first people he got rid of? He got rid of the drug addicts, the robbers, the killers. He got rid of the people that was hurting the community, hurting his people more than anything. He gave them an opportunity to get themselves together. And if you don't get yourself together in this amount of time, you got to go. And that's what I look at first. That's why I'm being honest. That's why I said, and I know I can't agree with Talik because if you agree with him, he just switch it up to continue to argue. But that's why I say it's certain things that he said, if he knew how to explain himself better, I could agree with. Because I'm just being, and I'm speaking for me, even like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pro-Black Pan-African. I do not agree with interracial dating nor marriage. But I know I grew up with a mulatto girl. She never knew her white daddy. And if I promise you, if you was to see her, you wouldn't say she's black. She got most of the white traits. She had most of the white traits. But she'll never tell you she's nothing but black. She'll never tell you she's nothing but black. She don't know none of her white people. None of them. So I'd rather get rid of the scammers and the criminals first. Then we work our way down. Get rid of the degenerates like Hassan Campbell, who gonna brag on. You ever heard him talk about, I had my flashlight in my pocket.
Right.
You know what he's talking about, right? So I'm out there with my flashlight in my pocket. And then he's a liar and he's a scammer too. How can you sit there and talk about Africa Bambaataa did this to you, and this to your point, Maurice? See, I don't know if you saw this. He say Minister Farrakhan owe him an apology, right? But dealing with Africa Bambaataa, right?
Right.
See, you probably didn't see this. So if you, because I don't watch his stuff. But if you go back and you can hear him talking, since he have come out talking about Africa Bambaataa in the Zulu Nation, he has went and done work with him, security or something.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Then he'll talk. And he diagnosed himself. He said, well, this is what he said. Now I saw this part of the video and I laughed because he sounded like a little kid. He was like, yeah, everybody talking about why, I went and I did this for them and I got Stockholm syndrome. What? Like who? I got Stockholm syndrome. Like who diagnosed you with Stockholm syndrome? The dude need help. The dude need help. He needs some serious help. And I'm gonna be honest, I do believe he was touched. Just by the way he carried himself. And just some of the things he say and the way he act. I have a lot of female friends that have been touched. They're not all the way off the wall like him, but it is certain things. And I'm gonna say it like this: the type of environment that hurt them, even though they don't like that environment, that dysfunction is function to them. So a lot of time they prefer that environment than a stable environment. I have been around it and seen it. I would never call my friend's name on YouTube like this, but one of my friends, she went on Irritated Gina a couple weeks ago, and she was talking about it. Like, that's why she can't keep a relationship. You know, I've been around that. They don't like it, but if they never get the help, they continue to do the same thing. The dude needs some help. Now, I didn't see the Alquan video. I came on here late, so y'all was laughing. I would love to see what he said. I don't even know who Alquan is. Alquan, however you say his name. I've heard people talk about him. I don't even know who that is. I know he was supposed to. I heard him and Talik talk one time. I don't think they like each other. At least they act like they don't like each other. But he was going to go in a debate with Talik about whether we African or American, and they wanted to debate me and Guy to prove that there was no African in our blood.
Mm-hmm.
Alquan and Talik was going to be on the same team?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
See, I don't know the guy. I just know they don't like one another, from what I've heard. But they were going to be on the same team. Oh, so so they go at each other like that? Because I see you laughing. Man, my thing is, man, to separate the real from the fake, man, I just think we need to do something, get together, build our stuff, and forget about people like Hassan Campbell. Forget about people like him until he's willing to go get him some help. That's how I see it. I understand why Guy made the video, because that's how he talked to everybody. You know, he disrespected the guy. If I was to go in there and leave a comment, he's supposed to talk about my mother, and God forbid if he found out my mother's dead, I could hear him now. If fuck your dead mother, I'm glad she's dead. That's how he speak, because he think that scares people.
No, actually, he just thinks that he can't be touched. You know, and I just feel like, and I'm just going to speak in general, because you got these guys that supposed to be conscious, but they try to use consciousness as a form of fear, and but at the same time they bringing us down. They don't want to see us grow. They don't want. Some of these guys are just, you know, they don't like to be liberated. They don't want to be expired. You know. So to me, it's like you talk about somebody's, you know, family, and because you mad at them, you're gonna talk about the people's wives, mothers, and all that stuff. And I hope he see this video. I hope he see what I said about him. I hope he said, because I've said your mother, to see if he likes that. Because I'm a man first, but I'm not gonna allow people like that to say that he's for the people. I'm not going to let people like Talik say that he's for the people, because people like that are poison and cancer to our race. Yeah, I'm not sugarcoating nothing.
But what race? But Talik is not our race. We black. He's the soul people. Dog skin. Or he's the dark-skinned descendant of slave born in America. He's not our race. I didn't
mean to cut you off, because we have Brother Craig in the house. What's up, my brother?
I saw him. Peace,
bro.
Peace, African Supremacy TV.
Oh, peace, bro. Peace, bro.
But yeah, you know, and and like you said, you know, with him, like I said, he took the shot at me first because we had those conversations. Then he took the shot at Craig. But for me, like I said, I heard him say it a couple times. I've been in the nut house. But I thought he was talking about jail. So when I found out he had been in a literally the nut house.
First too, yeah.
When I knew I'm like, there's no need for me to go back and forth with him, because I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the honest. He liked to argue. I heard him say that, but I do believe Talik has good intentions. I just don't think he don't know no better.
Hey, what happened? What did I miss?
Oh man, I was trying to get in touch with you for the longest, my brother.
Oh, my bad, man. I stepped out, man. I've been taking care of some things, but what did I miss, though, bro?
Okay, just to give you a little quick update, I was talking about Elephant Man. He was on a panel. I don't know if you've seen that video. He was on a panel with Ankh and Dr. Mayat and Sanetta, and it was showing that they kept cutting him off because he's not real. You know what I mean? They know that he comes on there and try to distract, black people building, and he kept, they kept booting him off. And he didn't like the way, he don't like Garfield, called him a fucking Jamaican and all that stuff. And they was disgusted with him, so they blocked him. Then I talked about Talik and how he was basically trying to put you under the bus, talking about African supremacy. I don't know if you've seen that video, but Talik was taking shots at you and about the whole African supremacy thing. And if you go back in the view, you'll see it. I have mentioned about Hassan Campbell, how this man was afraid to come out his house, and I just asked one simple question, and he start dissing me, talking about you must be stupid and all this other stuff. And then because he had a situation with Brother Polite, talking about Brother Polite's wife. And Brother Polite came on and tried to check him. He just needed his address to get to him. And he of course, he didn't do it because Hassan Campbell's not built like that. He's a YouTube thug that think he's all that because he thinks because he's been locked up, he think he's somebody gonna be afraid of him. And then last, I played where the little boy got accused about the white woman groping him. He was accused of by a white woman saying that he groped her, and how the mother and white supremacy news was trying to basically coach this boy to, or I guess to change his mind to say that he forgive the woman. But when they first asked him how he felt about it, he said he didn't forgive her. He wanted justice. He wanted to do something. And we have to separate ourselves from these fake people. These people are not us. These people are poison and cancer to our race. And I'm going to keep it 100%. We can't move forward and we allow these people around us. I don't deal with weak black women. If a black woman is weak, she's useless. I don't take up for no black woman because she's black and because she's a fucking woman. You got black women, you got sisters fighting. What about the sisters where they fought against the white man, where the black man did not want to fight? It was a tribe. I forgot the name of the tribe. Where the black woman had to step up because the niggas was too scared.
You talking about in Kenya?
Yes.
The Kakura tribe.
Yes. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
They stepped up and they had guns and they fought to the death.
They cut Arab's head off and put him on a stick to warn them, if you come here to get slaves, you would die.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got women in Somalia got babies on their back with AK-47. Those women I respect. And I'm not saying I miss the women like Sister Soldier. Because no men could not fuck with her mindset. She was on Donahue, and she was going up against the brothers and how they was jumping her, and she defeated all of them. What that clown ass, what's his name, Connor West or whatever his name is, I forgot his name. You know Connor West. And she battled all of them right on Donahue, and she was younger than them too. That's the woman. That's what women we want. We don't want coward women, and I don't want nobody to say, oh, because she's a woman. Fuck that. We do not want coward women, and we don't want coward men. And we need to stop telling our babies to kiss, to tell them, oh, we forgive. We don't forgive our enemies or nothing, because we in a state of war. People, Talik is a poison to our race. Hassan is a poison. People like the Elephant Man, Aquan, he's a poison. I don't even know if the man is black.
Who is the Elephant Man?
Aquan.
Oh,
he don't show his face. that bitch, and I hate to say this, but that bitch that's sitting there coaching her baby son about she needs to teach him to forgive that even that white woman could have got that kid killed. We know about the Emmett Till stories. We know about the George Steinies. We know about all these stories. And she's gonna, oh, we don't want nothing to happen to her. What? She need to get her ass beat. And how the kid had to hesitate. He didn't want to say that shit. And you want to know why I'm pissed off? This is the reason I'm making this video. And I want the world to feel where I feel. There's no hold bars with me. I'm telling you, there's no hold bar. I didn't like the way, like I was saying, Craig, our brother Craig made African supremacy, made Talik. And he's gonna sit there and bash that brother. Gonna say, well, that means you're supreme to other countries. Yes, it is. So what? How they over there robbing Africa? Come on, man. Tired of this shit.
Did you see the case where you know what they called her, the fourth floor Becky? Did you hear her husband come out? You know, the white lady in St. Louis that wouldn't let the black guy inside the building?
Yes. Oh, he's another coon.
Did you hear what her husband said? You know he don't call himself black, right? I'm a man of color.
Oh wow.
Ain't that what he said, Maurice?
That's what he said.
Wow.
A man of color.
See, those people are not our people, man. We have to separate ourselves, man. You know, we gotta separate. I don't like these Israelites, but I won't say some of the Israelite brothers are cool. But you got the ISUPK Captain Tazara, he's another piece of shit. Because he has white people, and they're gonna say, "Well, these are our family. They are brothers."
Yeah, I saw that bullshit. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, and
I did a video on his ass. I couldn't stand.
When did he do? I didn't see that video. When did he do that?
When he was the debate with him and Polite. It was sometime around there because I saw where the white boy was standing next to him with their shit on.
Oh, you talking about?
The fuck?
Oh, look, easy. Then he tried to lie like that dude is black. They call him Coktazak or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That dude ain't got no black in him.
Not at all.
Bullshit.
Not at all. And you see Captain Tazare protecting his slave master. Oh, you just jump on the line. And Polite looking at this dude like, are you serious? Like you protecting this white dude?
You know they say, you know ISUPK teach they're genetically closer to white people than they are to African. Ain't no African in them. Genetically, they're closer to white people.
Yeah, I heard about that, and I'm like Shaka almost embarrass him too. I like Shaka almost embarrass his ass. They don't even they the most dumbest niggas that I've seen in my life. That's why you gotta ask black folks, what is their educational level? You gotta ask them. Talik, you could tell Talik haven't finished school. You can tell the way he talk. That man don't know nothing about science. That's why he's taking our intelligence and making a mockery of it. Even the Bible says, and like I said, I was brought up in the church. Even I discard that shit. But I learned something about Proverbs. And I like Proverbs. That's the only thing I liked about the Bible is Proverbs, because Proverbs make a lot of sense. The Proverbs says, never argue with fools, because they will mock your words. And that's what they doing. They mocking our intelligence, because they know we're better than them. These people are part of white folks. These are white people's minions. So this is the reason why I can't not consider people like Captain Tazarian, Hassan, Talik. These people are not my brothers. You got some sisters. They're not my sisters. Rashida, she has a lot of self-hate. She's an angry black woman. Typical angry black woman because she's going through issues.
Which one is Rashida?
The dark-skinned activist.
Yeah, the dark-skinned. Yeah. Because she's another one has this, you know, if you say have one little opinion, she thinks that you hate dark-skinned women. And wait, what are you talking about? I'm just speaking my opinion. The bitch is retarded. I have no respect for her. Because I don't think like that. I don't think the way I'm not a why you want to be an activist of darkness? So what? You don't think black people who caramel complexion, my complexion, we don't make fun of our features? That's black. Our lips, we don't think people. You have black people make fun of my nose, my lips, and all that. You know what I'm saying? These are ignorant black people, but it takes education to defeat that. And if she's not educated to defeat that, then she don't need to be an activist of darkism. She don't need to isolate herself until I'm going to promote dark-skinned people, like people like Wesley Snipes and all these people. That's silly. So we need to stop all that coonery bullshit. So, you know, I'm just, you know, that's why I'm saying I just had to make this video because we have to see the fuckery of these people that claim they're supposed to be consciousness and supposed to be they love black people, and look what they doing to us.
That's right. That's right.
So I represent the RBG for the fullest, and this is the RBG family right here. And anybody that down with the RBG, because I'm trying to carry that torch. Talik, let him. He's integrationist. That's his thing. But I'm not going to allow him to disrespect my family like that. Now, I don't know if my brother Craig saw the video, but he's going to see the video after this video. And I just didn't like that. Because our brother made him. Now all of a sudden, he got his little crew, his little retard crew. Now, all of a sudden, he thinks he's the shit.
Man, let me tell you about like their integrity, right? What's her name? Ingrid.
Right.
We were all on that show the other day, and I'm talking, and she gonna put down there in the chat, well, you know, Craig was dissing you too. I'm like, okay, those are just words. I said, I ain't heard nothing. And he was talking to us. I'm like, okay, if he was talking to you, they're probably supposed to be between y'all. This is what I'm saying to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, but she come on, and this pissed me off. Regardless of what the little problem with me and Craig, if we ever been through or what we've been through, the shit that pissed me off was she got on. The first thing she said was, I don't talk about what I've done for people.
Mm-hmm.
I just know I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
2 seconds later, how y'all gonna ask me what I did for people? I donated to Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Then she went on to talk about how she don't do nothing she don't ever mention what she do. Craig should have been taking care of me. I ain't never seen him before in my life, a stranger. So if I donated to him, you know what I'm doing. She went on and said it about 3 more times, and I'm like, this shit pissed me off. You don't got on your line. You don't like to talk about what you did, but you want to try to me, I took it as her trying to belittle Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the shit, in all honesty, it pissed me off because I'm like, how the hell you go from you don't talk about what you did to you gonna mention you don't talk about what you did for nobody else, but you gonna let everybody know what you did for Craig for Africa's TV.
Mm-hmm.
The whole world need to know that. So man, I just, you know, like I said, my thing is, man, you know, I won't argue with Talik in something, even when you agree with Talik and Ingrid, they flip that around to argue. So like, there's no reason I won't argue with me. Look, matter of fact, this is gonna be my last one even really mentioning them, because man, you gonna run yourself crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't reason with crazy people.
No, you can't. No. Mm-mm.
So you just leave that alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, we have to analyze people. We have to like going on an interview. You know what I mean? We got to know who's authentic. We got to know who's real before we start accepting them in our world. And again, yes, we have to be very selective. Just like Nat Turner was very selective. Just like any other revolutionary people are very selective. all these people, which is what you call nevolutionaries, because they never done nothing. Let me tell you something. If I was the type of person that, let me tell you something. I want to make this perfectly clear. I made a few videos for maybe 1 year, and and Brother Craig is my witness on it. And me and Craig, his platform never changed. He's always been African supremacy, always, even when he did the blogs. And that was, I mean, we was doing it. So it took what 9 years for me to do this. Cause me and Craig, we was like, no, we're not doing no more videos, man. Because so we was doing things for our people off air. You know what I'm saying? This is what we was doing. We was putting in work off air because it was no need to go back and forth and all this other stuff. So me and Craig, we got together early this year, I believe. I think early this year, last year, and we were just like, yo, let's try it again. Let's do the blog and let's do the video blogs at the same time. So this is something we decided to come up with, and we decided to do it to make it stronger. Our job wasn't getting to no war, no vehicle. We trusted people. We trusted, Talik. We trusted certain people. Just for the people to get jealous and start to bring us down because we've been Pan-Africanism for a long time, because this is something this is the way of life. This is the way how we live. And way we live is a set of rules that we have to follow. If we are Pan-African, there's certain rules that people have to learn to respect. How else people gonna take us seriously? But of course, people like Talik, he tried to destroy that because he's trying to please his white supporters. I don't have white supporters. And I know y'all don't have white supporters. And even if y'all do, they still have to bow down to your way of life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have the American flag in my house. I don't have no crosses in my house. I don't have nothing. I don't have none of that European shit in my house. I don't. I live it. But I'm the nicest guy in the world. You know what I mean? So if I'm the nicest guy in the world, I can just like every other race have a way of life. So I want people to understand that I separate myself from these wicked, no good, white supremacists, come drinkers, I should call them. To me, they are the guard dogs of white folks. I'm not into that. I want them to stay away from me. This is the reason why I said we're on a civil war. This is the war of all wars, and we need to take this shit seriously. And we don't back down. We can say we don't, but like I said, I'm going to, this is, like I said, and this is not about me talking about them. I'm just making awareness where we stand. If we're going to be, we RBG, this is what we are. This is what we stand, because you got a lot of these fake people that say they for the people. They're not for the people. So that's the reason why this video, I had to do this video, because there was a lot of fuckery going around, and I had to just expose these lames. I had to. So I'm not going to let nobody disrespect my brothers on this platform. I'm not going to do that. And if I have to step up and say something, that's what I'm going to. That's just me. That's just me. People, y'all don't have to do it. I'll do it, because I'm a warrior like that. I'll do it. Y'all don't have to do it. But I'm not going to let nobody talk about my family like that, because we're family. At the end of the day, we're family. You know, just like my brother Marie said something about African Bambaataa said that he didn't molest anybody. I believe him, because he's RBG. We're not into no homosexual stuff. And I believe him. Why not? I can't believe him. If he say he didn't do it and there's no proof, I have to take the man's word for it because there's no evidence that he did that. So I just wanted to say that. Oh, Maurice, you said something. You want to comment on the story about the little boy?
And look, before you comment, Maurice, let me finish. Look, I got to go, so I'm gonna log off, but I'm gonna be listening to y'all.
Okay.
I got to go take care of something before I go to work at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, whatever.
All right, my brother.
All right.
Peace, my brother.
Yeah, so I didn't see the first video, so I just saw the video that you showed me.
Right.
And what it reminds me of is the same thing that Eric Gardner's wife did. When she came out, she first said she don't want no apology. Al Sharpton get next to her. She come out on national TV, said her husband was lazy. Her husband was wrong. And now the son come out, and now he says he wants the friendship with the white lady. That's no good. Now, did the mother receive money? Did she get paid from the incident? What made the switch? Do we know?
No, we don't know. That's the thing. I don't know who coached her. I don't know. You know, I don't know. But like I said, I don't know what happened. But the boy said he wasn't his initial. He first answered what he said. He didn't. He wanted justice. He wanted, like, he was not trying to apologize to her. You can actually see he was crying in the video with that little small clip. And you could tell he hesitated. He didn't want to. He didn't want to admit. But you saw the mother. She's grilling at him like, "Yo, you better say it." You know, I don't know if the mother was scared, but that showed cowardness. And this is the reason why you got young faggots today, because you got mothers like that are not raising our sons to be men, to raising them to be strong boys. You know what I'm saying? First of all, the father should have been there. Where's the father?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. Where's daddy at?
That's what I want to know. Because I would have been furious.
Exactly.
You know? So that's another thing. The fathers need to be around more. You know, stop being locked up. Because anytime when a nigga be locked up, that means you're a homo. You're like another Hassan Campbell, acting like a tough guy, but like to get your ass blown out.
Exactly.
That's Hassan Campbell. He's a homo. He's a homosexual. He's a homosexual. You know, there's nothing to be brag about being locked up. Bragging about something else.
His son? His son is a girl now. Did you know that?
Who?
Hassan Campbell.
What?
Girl.
You lying?
No, this shit is on YouTube. He a girl now.
No, stop.
No, I'm telling you. He's a girl now. Yes, he's a girl.
Whoa, what do you mean he's a girl? What do you mean what do you mean? What
he
do you say?
And got the shit changed. His penis is gone. He got titties. Yes. You
bullshitting me.
No,
wait a minute. But Hassan is a Muslim, am I right?
You right. That's what he claimed. His son is a goddamn girl now. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh.
He is a
he can't talk shit for nothing. He can't talk shit for nothing. He need to keep his mouth shut.
Exactly.
And on bad of that, he's claiming he's a Muslim.
Exactly.
Boy, he better shut his mouth. He better keep it. He better stay his ass in the house.
Sure enough.
I'm disgusted. I'm really disgusted. Ugh. And he probably paid for that.
Most definitely.
He paid for that.
Most definitely. And shit, I'm telling you, and if I didn't know that was a boy, I would have believed that's a girl. A fine looking girl too.
Oh, I'm disgusted. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. That's fucking nasty, man.
Exactly.
And this is what, and see, this is the reason why I want to stay away from these black people. I stay away from them, man. I'm sorry. I got to stay away from them. I'm just anti-coon. I'm sorry. These people are not my people. And we have to recognize that, man. So, Brother Craig, I hope he's listening. I hope he didn't fall asleep.
I'm here, bro. What's going on?
Brother Craig, what is your thoughts? I know you came in late, brother. I know. But after all the things that you heard so far, you know, about the Alquans and the, you know, I try to put it up to speed. Like, what is your thoughts? What's going through your head about fake people, these fake revolutionaries, you know, trying to simulate themselves with real brothers like you, me, Bakari, and Brother Maurice Muhammad? What is your thoughts on this stuff? You know, what is your thoughts on Talib taking shots at you? What is your thoughts? I want to hear your thoughts.
Man, see, the thing is, bruh, I really don't have much to say because, I mean, well, I guess I'll start, you know, with this. Like 90% of the time, if somebody makes a video about me, I'm not going to ever see it because I don't get myself caught up in that. My main focus is just trying to build with like-minded people. Like when it comes to like all the distractors, whoever they may be, and, you know, all of the agents and all of these type of things, I try not to, you know, give them any shine.
Right.
I try to not even let their name come out of my mouth because, you know, that's almost like me, you know, giving them, you know, advertising them.
Right.
So it's like my thing is, like you say, this is why, you know, it's up to, you know, brothers like yourself, you know, because I know you're legit. I know you're solid and you stand, you know, for what is right. So what I'm saying is this is why I'm trying to align myself, you know, with brothers like yourself. You know, we like-minded individuals. You know, we know, I mean, we don't have to, you know, always argue and be at odds with each other, you know, because we, you know, might disagree. You know, we all believe in Pan-Africanism. You know, we salute and pay homage to, you know, Marcus Messiah Garvey. You know, we love the continent of Africa. So we're not going to always be at odds with each other. So that's really the direction that we need to go in. Like, you know, let's just focus on, you know, building a team of, you know, like-minded individuals and just let all the people who are, you know, caught up in this pettiness on YouTube, you know, making diss videos back and forth, but really not doing nothing, you know, out in the real world, you know, to benefit Black people. Let's just, you know, let's like you say, separate ourselves from them and focus on building with like-minded, you know, individuals. But like you say, bro, they have to be called out, you know, so, you know, our people know, you know, that these, you know, the poison that these people are, you know, spreading. So, you know, with that being said, I don't get caught. I mean, anybody wants to, you know, challenge what I stand for, my belief system, I mean, go ahead. You know, I mean, you know, this is, people have freedom of speech. And, you know, if you want to get caught up just, you know, being a critic on YouTube and going back and forth about what you disagree with, you know, somebody's position, then, I mean, if it makes you feel good, do it. My thing is, I'm going to focus on moving forward.
Right.
You know, building a better future. I'm not going to focus on all the distractors and, you know, all of the negativity, you know. So, I mean, I guess that's how I would answer that question. Now, when it comes to, you said something about, what was the other situation? See, I'm going to have to go back and watch the
I mentioned about Hassan Campbell and how he said something about Polite's mother, I mean, not mother, his wife and his child. And Brother Polite came to New York. He was in New York. He was coming from California, and he was looking for this dude. He had his man in the car, and he was just like, "Yo, you know, we wanted his number." He said Sarnetta called him up, and he stopped answering his phone and all this other stuff. And you know, and I only thing I said was that Hassan Campbell has a history of talking about people's wives and people's family, and he thinks that he's untouchable, and he thinks nobody's not looking for him. Now, I just answered the question: where were you when Brother Polite wanted to see you, and he started to diss me? So I must come from the yellow bus, and I'm stupid, and all of a sudden, I think he kind of blocked me just by answering that one question, because my thing is like this. My thing is that I always say, if you're a man of your word, be a man of your word. You talking about another man, talking about what he did, but when somebody decided to check you, you didn't do nothing. Now, well, like Marie said, maybe Polite was afraid of Captain Tazariak when Tazariak said his wife was a bitch. Maybe so. And maybe that he just wasn't afraid of Hassan Campbell. Like, for example, if Mike Tyson at his prime, shit, if he said something about my mother, will I fight Mike Tyson?
Hell no.
Exactly. But if Hassan said my mother was, or talk about my wife, that's a different story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's two different, one is professional and one is just regular. So it's you got to handle stuff like that differently, man. Because Captain Tazariak, he's a big dude. He's pretty big. So that's the reason why I never heard. That's the reason why Polite always tell the story that he got locked up for murder. Because he don't fight, he shoots, and you got a lot of people who don't fight, but they shooters. We don't know what Polite had on him in that car, but he was dead serious. So I don't know, like, what is your thoughts about these YouTube gangsters? Like, what is your thoughts on that, Brother Craig?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is, this is why I don't like to associate myself with the word Black consciousness, because it's almost like today, oh man, this, all I really see is just a conscious circus going around full of entertainers.
Yes.
People searching for YouTube bucks and trying to sign contracts and all of that stuff, man. And that's really not the direction that I'm trying to go in. My main thing is, like, just all the petty beefing and the back and forths, and it kind of falls into what I was saying a little bit earlier, that these type of people, man, and I'm not going to even spend a lot of time talking about them because I don't want to feed into negativity. So whatever it is that, I don't follow Hassan Campbell, to begin with, because I already know, like we've always said, bro, a lot of these guys, they just straight up street dudes. Street dudes who read a couple books, and they really haven't, converted, their life to really dedicate themselves to really fight for Black people. They want to talk the talk, but still, have that same street, hood nigga mentality. So it's like when we look at, take Malcolm X for an example. There was a time he was a street dude. Once he went, behind prison, and he was, inspired by the teachings of, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he totally converted his life around. He stopped with the degeneracy. He stopped like being an exploiter of women. He carried himself, with the utmost respect and dignity. So for the most part, bro, that's the type of, that's what I respect. Like, you know, the street cats, I mean, stay in your lane, you know, do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at the same time, you know, I show more respect for a person that truly wants to, you know, do something of substance, at least. Like, let's, you know, do something of substance. If, you know, being an entertainer, you know, if that's enough, you know, to make you feel like, you know, you were part of the movement, then cool. Being a critic, you know, a conscious critic, you know, these cats that, you know, make all of these videos, these diss videos on YouTube. I mean, I just want to put together something substantial or be a part of something that could really benefit Black people in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, all of the negativity or the drama, you know, I'm just trying to distance myself from that. But yes, indeed, bro. So, you know, I'm definitely here, man, to support what you're doing, and Brother Maurice, Brother Lester. And, you know, I will, you know, I will learn, you know, because I'm sure, I mean, I know a lot of you brothers, man, have a lot of, you know, knowledge that you could share. So, you know, on that note, man, you know, that's all I could really say. Is just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Just keep doing what your brothers are doing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yo, so we're gonna, you know, I know it's getting late, but Maurice, any closing statements? Any your thoughts? Any closing thoughts?
Yes, sir. First, I just want to thank you for having us on the panel. It was a good program, as always. Very extensive in your layout of your charges. Very, very good job at that. You know, I hope that people that come through and watch it understand that there's a line that we have to establish, that we live by, you know, and certain things should never be tolerated. And the only way that we're going to come out of this condition is that we want to come out of this condition, means we have to change our behavior to make it a behavior that we can be proud of, instead of a behavior that is shunned, that would not be even accepted by those of other civilized people. It's homophobic, and I mean, this homosexual agenda and this swirlers and this integration bullshit, you know, that's not us. That's not us. Those things destroy who we are. And we have to stop allowing that. We have to stop allowing them to come around us, because the more and more, like the movie Philadelphia, if you remember when Denzel first got introduced to Tom Hanks and he found out that he had AIDS because he was gay, Denzel didn't want to fuck with him. But then at the end of the movie, you see Denzel bringing his wife, you know, to the party, and they dancing. So they took a behavior and normalized it to make it acceptable. And they pushed that shit on us. So we got to stand the firm line and say, this is not acceptable, and we will not accept this behavior, and damn it, we will not accept you. And we make that statement, then we'll get things turned around. And I'll rest my mic. Thank you, big bro.
Craig?
Okay, yes, indeed. I definitely agree with all that what my, you know, good brother is saying, because, you know, we have to, you know, set standards. We have to have, you know, standards set. We have to be a people of morality. You know, we can't be a people of degeneracy that's accepting, you know, all of these lifestyles that we know are detrimental to the progress, you know, to our progress as Black people. You know, this homosexual agenda, man, I mean, it's destroying, it's killing, it's taking lives. You know, on a day-to-day basis, man, it's not productive. It's not a, you know, productive behavior. There's no type of life that can come from it. You know, the race mixing agenda, man, you know, that's also something that I would never support. I can never support it, because it's just not, it's not good. How do we benefit from it? How do we as Black people benefit? You know, and you know, those two death styles, man, are being heavily pushed. Like through propaganda, you know, through the media, man. These lifestyles are being endorsed, you know, with the stamp of approval by by the Black community itself. And I mean, I hate to, make that type of generalization, but I'm just saying, as far as like at least the image or the theme and the narrative that's being promoted is that it's okay. It's okay to raise your child to, be any type of gender that they want. It's okay to grow up and, marry, the enemy, a member of the enemy race. So man, us as, elders, us as people who are truly conscious. And when I said earlier that I want to disassociate myself from the term consciousness, it's only because it's a lot of people out here that give consciousness a bad name.
Right, that's true.
So that's what I want to disassociate myself from, not the term, not what it truly means. Excuse me, clearing my throat, man. It's cold outside, bro. So I'm coming down with a little cold, mild cold, but yeah. But that's what I want to disassociate myself from, the false flaggers, the fakes that are out here, trying to infiltrate this movement and define what Black consciousness really stands for. But yes, indeed, bro. So, that with that being said, man, it's our duties, man, to just continue to, feed the people, the truth, and however we got to do it, whatever platform we need to go on. So, I would just tell my good brothers, and I hate my brother Lester. I mean, my brother Bakari had to go. I keep on confusing his name, but I hate my brother Bakari. Had to step out because I would have liked to have heard his closing remarks. But yeah, yes, indeed, bro. So the only advice that I could give to anybody out here watching is like, man, just try to stay away from the negativity, because there's a lot of it, in this so-called conscious community, man. You got, like, I call them, like what you were talking about earlier, man, conscious gangsters. Seems like, that's what it's become. And I'm not trying to tell, my people that we need to be docile and that we shouldn't defend ourselves. But what I'm saying is that we have to focus on, the greater good, what's best for our people, man. All this gang banging and set tripping back and forth, man. Come on, man. Brothers, y'all need to cut it out. So I'll just rest my mic on that.
And I'm going to give my last words. And we out of here. First, I want to just thank y'all brothers once again for coming on this panel. I want to thank Brother Bakari for joining us. And I just wanted to say that we are in a warfare where we're going to have to really protect our children from these evil, wicked white folks. Especially the ones that want to see death of our children by calling the cops on us, on not only on the men and the women, but our children. To me, that's automatically a fucking beatdown. I'll worry about the cops later. Because we already, look, I'm not surrendering. I'm not one of those black people. Al Sharpton can never come to me talking about, no, you can't say it. I would punch him in his face. We have to practice what we preach, and we have to say what we mean and mean what we say, even if it's negative. Even if it's negative. Like when I mentioned Hassan, he talked all this crap. And when somebody check you, you run. I'm a man first, and we have to protect our children, and we can't allow, because some evil white folks so quick to call the cops on us, because they know once the cops come, they know something's going to happen to us, and we cannot be afraid. We can't talk about, I forgive our enemy. Why would you forgive your enemy? That's your enemy. You know how these white people get down. We have to analyze and evaluate people that want to come around us. We don't know if they might be friend or foe. We don't know if they might be agents. We already know what happened during the freedom, the Freedom March, where they literally, white people literally hired black people to sabotage the movements. You know, how we seen the assassinations. So we cannot, one thing about information is the most powerful weapon. More, I mean, you're talking about more powerful than the tank, the missile, the drones. When you got information, everybody saw the movie Enemy of the State. And we are enemy number one to these people. And you have black people that literally are the guard dogs of white supremacy. And we have to not only protect ourselves and our family, but we have to protect our nation. And Pan-African, that's our nation. That's our home. Like I said, I could go to Brother Maurice. I can go to Brother Craig. I can go to y'all and I can feel safe. Because I know once we have that flag, I know I'm home. I know I'm home. Because I know y'all going to build nations. I'm going to build a nation in New York, you know, Maurice, Tennessee, or whatever. You know, y'all going to build. Because once y'all come over where I'm at, y'all going to feel safe. Yo, come over. I got you. I'm going to show you around. You protected. Ain't nobody going to fuck with you. Nobody. We have to lay our lives for our brothers, our family. We got to lay our lives. And that's how I'm doing for our children, where a white person can never call their cops. That white woman who called that cops on that boy should have got her ass whipped. And we should start setting an example to these white folks that does that bullshit, where they putting our families in danger. And we got to stop whipping these niggas ass too, who sit there and talk about they for integration and they don't mind swirlers. And we got to whip their ass too. I don't care how old they are. Because age is just a number. And I don't mind whipping a bitch ass too. Because some of these coon bitches these bad witches need to be dealt with too. Because they're not my people. I separate myself from these people. And people might not like what I say. But these people are dangerous and they're cancer to our race. They're no different than AIDS, than all types of cancer. They ain't no different. These people, that's why people, when they say people make you sick, that's true. Have you ever been sick by people? How people like, damn, this person make me sick. That's true. You can die for people's poison. But I believe, Brother Craig, and Brother Maurice, we're moving forward and we're going to do us. And we're not going to allow these people to interfere. And if they do, just like Brother Maurice said, we're going to deal with them. Right, Maurice? Didn't you say that?
Right. That's
we're
right.
going to deal with you, monsters. And there's not going to be no mercy. And I'm going to say whatever I got to say to bring you out. Even if I don't care where you are. Like Hassan Campbell, I'm in New York. I'm in Brooklyn. He's in Bronx. We can meet up. You talk about my family. I will see you.
That's right.
I will see you and I will deal with you. You come mess with my family, I will deal with you. You come touch my kids, I want to deal with you. And you're going to be buried. That's not playing games. Because white folks, they have no problem saying that. They have no problem saying that. And you know what? I agree with the KKK. You come around there, they say they're going to kill the nigger. I'll dance with that. And they have proved that. And they got away with it. And it becomes acceptable. So this is how the RBG, we're going to get down. We're going to put our flag on a map. We don't bother nobody, but we be damned if somebody bother us. And I'm going to end this.
That's right.
I'm going to end this on this note. And I know my brother Bakari is not here, but I'm going to end this and I'm going to say his words from the quote of Marcus Garvey: "Be black, buy black. think black, and all else will take care of itself. Peace and love, family. Peace to all my RBG Nation, because that's all I represent. Anything else has nothing to do with me. Peace and love.
Peace, big bro.